Hi,
Hi,
Vipul sir.
hi, how are
Good
you?
evening. I'm good. How are you doing?
Very good, very good.
This is Samina Shaikh here on Mirchi Plus, and with me today I have Vipul Shah, who just directed such a great movie, The Kerala Story. I watched it. I loved Ada Sharma's performance a lot. I must appreciate the entire thing. Depends on her somewhere, and the way she has depicted her role is very good. So, how was it like? Receiving such good response around the movie.
We started a film as a responsibility towards the nation, towards the daughters of our nation, and we wanted it to become hashtag save our daughters. So when we see,
Hmm.
millions of people, when they have watched this film now, and this film is being discussed in every office, every school, every college, every bus, every train, every flight, everywhere. And
Hmm.
this topic now no more can be brushed under the carpet. I think that feeling is very, very satisfying. I think we've
Hmm.
contributed something to our nation and towards protecting our girls. So it's a very,
Hmm.
very gratifying and satisfying feeling with the way people have been responding to this film. So yeah, very, very overwhelmed and happy.
What was your personal thought while working on this one? Did you want to show about how ISIS tried to, humiliate women or, try to convert them into, change their religion into Islam, or actually focus on how women are actually the weaker section of society, and, sometimes they get into this, love, or saying about love jihad. What was your personal thought on this?
See, personally, I believe that women is no weaker section of the society, but we have been able to suppress them. So it's time
Hmm.
that we give them their rights and freedom back. And we know that whenever they get their rights back, they perform better than men. So we all are aware of it. All the school and college exams, most of the time we see girls scoring higher marks than the boys. So that's been the case for a very long time. At least I have been noticing it. Uh,
Hmm.
the most important thing is that uh, they trust the man that come into their life, whether in form of a
Hmm.
friend or a friend who is a girl and their cousins, or whichever way they meet some boys and they start trusting them, and that trust is misused, and as a
Hmm.
result of that their lives are destroyed. And I think
Hmm.
it is when you come to know about something like this, when I got to know about this story, I told
Hmm.
everybody in my team that look, this is a very, very sensitive subject, and we'll have to be extremely truthful. We will have to
Hmm.
be extremely accurate. And trust me when I say this, that not a single scene of the film is a
Hmm.
is a false scene or a created scene. Every scene is
Hmm.
real. We had
Hmm.
introduced 26 girls to the audiences a few days
Hmm.
back because we wanted to bring their stories out.
Hmm.
All the scenes have come from those girls' lives, what they have actually
Hmm.
witnessed. So, but we were aware that in spite of all this, some people will say that we are liars or we are anti-Muslims or we are um, propaganda, agenda, whatever. What is very, very satisfying is that the country, the nation, the audience of this country has given them a terrific reply. They've spoken
Hmm.
and they've spoken very, very loudly. And they've made this film
Hmm.
into one of the historical moment in Indian cinema. So I think they have given the answer.
Hmm.
So that I think is a very, very satisfying feeling for all of us.
And at the same time, as you speak about propaganda, yes, there were a lot of comments on the same thing. People felt like it was somewhere between between religion and all, Hindu versus Muslim. Even Kamal Haasan recently, at an event, he said like he felt like the film is actually propaganda. So many from the industry have also spoken about it. Does that affect you somewhere? Does that make you feel that no, somewhere it's not coming out the way I wanted it to come across?
See, I mean, I will segregate two things. One is Kamal Haasan ji's statement. See, he's my senior. We all respect the work that he's done over the years. So it's not good of, I mean, I will not want to react to his statement. I would just want to request him to go and see the film once. And then he can have the same opinion about the film, but at least see the film. And anybody who from the industry, because they are my industry, my people, whatever they have felt about the film, I respect their opinion. As far as the others are concerned, if you see that out of 100 people who see the film, 96, 95, 96 people out of 100 are saying it's a truthful film, it's a great film, it's a must watch film. Three or four are always going to be, on the opposite side. And you, in a subject as sensitive as this, that's bound to happen. So really, you can't be bothered about the four. You need to be more concerned about those 96 and the rest of the country that you want the film to, reach out to. As far as that is concerned, I think we are in the process of reaching out to a very large audience in this country, and and this topic no more can be brushed under the carpet, as I said. So I think the film is doing its job, and you will always find some detractors who will not be happy with the truth because the truth is uncomfortable in this case. Like, for example, if people said that this film is against, we are against Muslims, right? And I have been, uh, yesterday there was this horrific incident in Delhi where a girl was absolutely brutally murdered.
Yes.
Would you call that boy a Muslim boy or a terrorist? I call him a terrorist.
Terrorist.
Correct.
Yes.
So this is what the
Yes.
film does. So now everybody who questioned the film as anti-Muslim, they need to go to this girl's house, look into the eyes of those parents, and repeat those lines again. By doing this, they are doing such a big disservice to the girls of this country. And yesterday's incidents, if that is not an eye opener for everybody, then I don't know what will be. I mean, it is impossible for any human being with little bit of sensitivity to see that entire video. I mean, most of the people I know, including myself, we were in tears looking at that video.
Yeah.
Right? Now, if that was a terrorist, then what my film shows is also terrorist. So now that debate is settled according to me, and people need to say sorry to the nation and these girls who have tried to discredit the film on this account.
Correct. But also social media, it ends up, a debate completely that, it's trying to, portray Muslims in a bad, in a bad way, or say because, politicians are supporting the movie, or Vipul Shah has got, driven by this thing, or, maybe elections are coming. All these conversations do take place. Does that somewhere affect the morality of the movie, or you for that matter? Because your intention was just to show the truth. What actually happened in Kerala, what keeps on happening for so many years, and yet people have not raised their concerns. Leading to this, there are some other films which is also going to talk on this subject. Do you feel that your thought has come across very well, or it's getting lost because of all these things, the debates which is happening on social media?
No, debate on social media is good because when both parties debate, more and more points come to light, more facts will come to the light. And at the end of the day, this topic now is going to be in the consciousness of the nation. As far as the politicians are concerned, first it was the Congress politicians from Kerala, and then, of course, Mr. Shashi Tharoor. They started opposing it. And obviously, when one political party starts opposing, then the other political party responds. So, how is it that I am a BJP stooge when actually BJP was the last to react? But having said that, you look at what has happened to the film, right? The film has been appreciated and given tax-free status in couple of states run by BJP. The film is talking about girls and the terror network. So if those states or the chief ministers of those states, could side with the girls and they found the empathy for the girls, that's why they decided and declared it as a tax-free. And some other states decided to ban the film because they somehow thought that protecting those terrorists accused is more important than talking about these girls. So the sides have been taken by the politicians on their own. We are nobody to say anything. We only are sitting here and watching who's leaning on what side. And that is now for the audiences or people of those states to decide whether is this the right government for them for siding with terrorists. So that's a call for them. We are nobody. We are just simple filmmakers. But let me also tell you, in a larger perspective, the film had to create a debate around this issue, which has happened. Maybe it could have been a little more civilized, but fine. Our country can be very noisy and chaotic, so that's fine. But the debate has happened, and already I'm getting messages from so many families that their daughters have been saved. So the film has done its job to a certain extent. A lot needs to be done, and we'll continue to struggle to show the film to as many people as possible so that this message reaches to the entire nation.
And would you like to fight in West Bengal also, where it is facing the ban? Would you want the film to be re-released and give your personal thought to this, or personal reason why the film should be watched and it's not driven into some propaganda for that matter?
So the fact is that we got Supreme Court ruling lifting the ban, and after that, both the states, the theater owners have been threatened. They have been told their licenses will not be renewed, or if some goons will attack the theater, they will not get the protection. In an environment like that, we don't want our theater owners or the audiences to have any kind of a bad incidents. It is up to the wisdom of the government. When the film will come on OTT, will they be able to stop everybody in Bengal or in Tamil Nadu? Will they be able to go to everybody's houses? So it's a common sense that the film will reach, and actually the maximum number of pirated links right now that are getting generated are in Tamil Nadu and Bengal. So a large number of people are already watching it. So what is the idea? And the fact that you are disrespecting the order of a Supreme Court of this country. And then these two states are the front runners to cry that democracy is in danger. So it's a real contradiction in itself. But well, whatever it is, we want the audiences to see the film, and we'll keep trying as long as we can to make sure that maximum number of people see the film.
When I watched the movie, in the end, you showed that, where exactly the girls are, where exactly the boys are. I really wanted to know about the boys, are they like, leaving terrorism and, getting back to normal life is what it was trying to show in the end, because, that guy starts working in a pizza corner. So did he like, give up on what exactly he was trying to, did he get a message via this that, what is happening is actually wrong, and he's just getting brainwashed, carried towards, terrorism? I just had that thought, when I watched the film in the end, and when it was showing
No, none
where
of
exactly
them,
the
none of them have stopped their activities. The guy
okay.
who's running the pizza shop is on camera saying that he's going to continue to do that, and nobody can stop him. And even when they actively stop it, they become the supporters, the funders. So they continue. They are terrorists, and they are going to remain terrorists for the rest of their lives. I don't think they are going to change. So that's why we wanted to show that this is who these people are, and people should take action. We want them to be behind bars. That's all we want.
After this, what are you working on? Are you going to again invest your time in such serious films which, which opens the society in a different way and at the same time tries to give a message via such films?
I will be doing everything that touches my heart. Maybe an action film, maybe a romantic film, maybe a comedy, and of course subjects which are very serious, like the Kerala story, subjects that the nation should see, any such subject. So it will be a mix of all. But right now we are so consumed with Kerala story that I think after June, maybe sometime in June end, we'll start looking at the future.
Would you prefer like continuing the story in a different way altogether again
I
with
don't
a
know yet.
different part?
Really no idea at this point of time. We will, again, it has to be responsible, whatever we do. Because when you talk about such subjects, you need to be extremely responsible. And that is what we want to be. So we'll start discussing things in June end. and we'll see where we go from there.
But all in all, the criticism you have faced via this movie, I feel the film has reached to the right levels where it had to reach to the audience, and I feel that was very important. People like us know what exactly happens, behind a lot of things, behind a lot of curtains, and I feel that is a big achievement out of it. And thank you so much for a lovely time. And hoping to see more of your work, more of such movies, more of something which is different, which is worth watching.
Thank you so much. But I just want to say that a propaganda film cannot go so far. And this has been proven time and again in this society. Our audience is not dumb. Our audience is extremely intelligent. And if such a big audience is coming out to see the film, and if so much of conversation is happening around the film, show me one propaganda film which can do it. And I challenge it to anybody, make a propaganda film and actually get the audience to love it so much. They will fail every time they try. So the fact of the matter is that when people give you their acceptance and they decide that this film is true, then nothing matters.
Well, I hope so too, because I hope people get the subject of what exactly you're trying to explain, and it doesn't come across like a propaganda film. And I think maybe the film can educate a lot of people on where to draw the lines, while even having equation with people where you don't know.
Yep.
I may not be knowing a person, you may not be knowing a certain person. We just end up like, stranger world mein friendship kar rahe hai. And going by the digital media, we just realize like where exactly we are making our moves.
Yes, we need to be careful.
We need to be very careful on that.
Yeah.
So what's next after this? You have not decided anything else? Because
No,
I remember last you told me you're going to work on a comedy film and a romantic films.
Yes, all that is in pipeline and everything is on hold. So again in June sometime we'll start picking up threads and decide where to go.
Okay, cool. Thank you so much for your lovely time and all the very best.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye-bye.